Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Davis Taylor of Dexter Football. How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing well, man. So I know it's been an interesting interesting year for you guys. So you guys are doing pretty well so far this year. I know you've had a few bumps in the road, but overall, still a pretty good season for you guys.
Yes, sir. Started off a little shaky, but I think we are really getting things to click, and we're having a pretty explosive season now. So,
Well, I mean, going into the season, I know after losing all the guys that you did, and of course, you were turning out all the linebackers are back. So what's that like to kind of keep that core intact?
well, it's amazing, really. Like having players that you can just like play against and trust, like to fill their gaps and play with you is just a really great experience. You can really trust them, and I can say the same about pretty much the whole team. Really, I really just bonded with those guys. So I feel like having everyone around you just as a team to support you is good.
How's everyone kind of getting used to their new roles? Now we're 5 games into the season. What's it been like just to see everybody kind of grow into their new roles?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of players it took a couple of games to kind of grow into those roles, like you said. But, really after the first couple bumps, I feel like we're really taking off now and really being a team to be reckoned with. So,
Yeah. So going into, of course, you guys are on the Ann Arbor road trip for the last few weeks. Of course, you went to Pioneer, went to Huron, and now, of course, this week continues with Skyline. So, as you continue your tour through Ann Arbor, how do you feel like going into this? What's it going to take to really kind of get a win this week?
well, to get a win this week, I feel like same thing we're doing every week, prepping the week, watching film, scouting the team, making sure we're doing everything right throughout the week in order to perform on that Friday night. So,
Yeah. Is it different without Reeves there?
yeah, Reeves is kind of my brother, so having him there was always just kind of like a brotherly thing. It was kind of a pretty cool thing. But now that he's gone, we have other players replacing his role on the team, and we're really just moving forward as a team. So,
Yeah, I know there are more Taylors coming up in the wings. There is last year, of course, we had the you two on together for people that might not know, and there's also if I'm not mistaken, there are four of you, if I am not mistaken.
yes, two younger brothers as well. Yes.
Okay, yep, that'll be cool. That'll be cool for Coach because he'll be able to hopefully get to coach all four of you guys.
Mhm.
So yeah, just kind of talk about like what's it like learning from someone like Coach Jacobs.
He's a great coach, really. He has tons of knowledge, tons of experience with the game. He really just shares his insight, pushes you to be the best player that you can be. So,
Yeah. How do you feel like you've kind of gotten? What are some of the things that you've really improved at in since the beginning of the season?
as a team or on like a personal level,
Just
as a team,
just as a yeah, that's a good one. On a personal level.
on a personal level, individually, I'd say making plays. I'd say capitalizing on plays and opportunities because I've always kind of been athletic enough to make the plays. I just haven't completely finished the plays, and I feel like I'm starting to click and do that now. So,
Yeah. What are some of the things that you still want to improve at by the time the season ends?
same thing, really, just making sure I'm capitalizing on moments when I can. So,
Yeah. So how do you mentally get ready for a game?
mentally, I just kind of hang around the locker room, get the music bumping, lock in, focus up, um, prayer right before, and then kind of just good to go. So,
Can you believe that you're a senior?
yes,
Yeah, I know I know it comes at you fast. I know you've had to. Yeah, I know your high school career has kind of been a bunch of things, including a move. So moving from one place to another. But what's it been like these last few years, just being a part of the Dexter community?
it's been really great, really. I feel like they're really focused on football coming from a different community that wasn't as focused on football. I feel like having this community to actually focus on that and really value that is a huge difference.
Absolutely. All right. Let's get to know you a little bit. How about that?
All right.
So talk what favorite player growing up?
I always liked when I was growing up, I liked the Broncos. I liked the little run they had there with Peyton Manning, and I'd say Demarius Thomas probably.
Right. The late Demarius Thomas. So
Yes.
um all right. Favorite
You were saying like younger, or were you
yeah,
saying younger, or like
I mean any of them.
okay?
Really. Just I mean, just a favorite player you've had growing up.
I'd say Demarius Thomas still. Yeah, I'll stick with him.
Favorite what's your go-to place for food, Davis?
I'm gonna have to go with McDonald's. It's just fast, reliable, same stuff every time, cheap too. So
Unless you're ordering ice cream, because you never know with that thing.
yeah.
Um, and finally, what is not to put you on the spot, but what is something people do not know about you?
I don't know. I don't really like keep anything like away from people.
Okay, okay, so
I'm
maybe
gonna
some.
say I resell shoes from time to time.
Okay,
So I resell shoes is what I'm gonna say.
yeah, all right. Well, Davis, thanks so much for coming on, and we'll talk to you soon.
For sure. Thanks for having me.